All right. Well, good morning. It must be Thursday.
It is. How you doing, Ed?
Doing great. Thirsty Thursday. And I'm just talking about water. Okay. Let's not get crazy yet.
Like I say, man, it's been years since I was in college, so I almost forgot what you're talking about.
Sorry. I have all those useless knowledge in my head. I can't get rid of it. Ask me any movie quote. I can give you one. All right.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably have one of those calendars, right? Where every day there's something on it, right?
No, I don't have one. Those are gone. People, I have I have this kind of calendar.
True. Yeah. Okay.
Show my age. Tell me on that. Yeah. That's okay. We understand. We are kind of in the 80s, which you probably were born then, but the rest of us, we actually lived through it. When I'm talking about the inflation and everything else, we're back. We're in the 80s. I feel like bringing up one of my old pictures from when I was modeling. It's like I look like the ducky. Maybe I'll do that on one of the shows. It's 1986, as you can tell by my picture.
Yeah, I had my wife posted a picture from 6 years ago when we dropped our oldest off at TK, and my friend sent me a message saying
TK, that would be
like the transitional kindergarten, like right before kindergarten.
So like pre-K.
Yeah,
it's okay. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to follow. It's been a while since I dropped anybody off at pre-K or K or kindergarten. So when I had kids, they just went to kindergarten. You had to watch them yourself, unless you paid somebody to watch them.
Yeah. But yeah, I got the comment of, "Oh man, Jamie looks the same, but you look hecka young in this picture, man."
Oh,
I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man." I guess
did you have no beard?
No beard, and I had some more hair.
Yeah, well, that's a difference.
Then less weight.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's The beard is what makes us look old because of me gray in it. If I take my beard out, I'm even the goatee, because I was telling somebody else, my family's only seen me one time without any hair on my face, and that was when I had to get my deviated septum repaired.
Yeah.
And they were like, I've never seen Dad that way.
Yeah, my dad only shaved his mustache twice in my entire life, man. So when he did, I was like, man, I just don't even know who you are. And he had no hair, so that's why I grew a beard, man. Once I started losing all my hairs, because I'm like, if I don't have a beard, then what kind of face do I have?
That's no beard on a face, I guess. I don't know.
It's like one of those blank emojis, right? Before you put anything on it.
Like Mr. Potato Head?
Yeah, exactly, man.
Okay. I don't know if we can talk about Mr. Potato Head anyway. I don't know if there's some negativity to that, because everything has negativity.
Yeah. He's a they, them now, right?
Yeah. What? No. I'm sorry.
Ed doesn't want to touch it.
Yeah, I'm moving on.
Okay.
Moving up.
So back to real estate.
The east side. Right. Did we even get to real estate? I think we should start with let's get to real estate.
Okay.
We were kind of talking about the market, or I think about inflation. I think we were talking about. I don't remember what we were talking. No, that was before the
80s
show.
Inflation. Yeah.
But rates are fluctuating. They're going to fluctuate for a while. I'm still figuring, and a few other people said this too. October is when I'm thinking that's going to get crazier in our market. And I mean, a little bit crazier than we are now, where things are moving a little bit faster. And not that right now is slow, right? It's just slower than what we were used to for the last 2.5, almost 3 years, because of the pandemic, people trying to get out of big cities, getting to smaller towns, away from people. And that's still somewhat going on, but just at a slower pace.
Yeah. It's definitely a more moderated pace.
No max, no 700,000 going to leave this year of California.
Yeah. At least that's not what they're projecting. Right. So with that being said, we're still not seeing a ton of inventory, but we're seeing more. Right. And
can I speak on that for a second real quick?
Sure.
Because we're seeing where they're saying there's 3 months of inventory nationwide. We don't have that.
No.
We're at a little over 1, right?
Yeah, 1.1, 1.2.
Yeah, that's so. And I try to explain, when you listen to the news, radio, whatever, it's all national. It's not the same in California.
No.
California is unique to anywhere else in the country. One, we have amazing weather. We have a lot of beaches.
Yeah.
And we have amazing weather. Period. That's the difference. Really, no humidity. Did I get everything out there?
Yeah.
No major mosquitoes. You can stand on your porch and not have to have it screened in.
Like I say, I can tell when it's humid. Right. Because normally it's so dry here, and I'll check like the weather app and it'll be like 35% humidity.
Right.
And I remember when I lived in Virginia, when it'd be, like 96% humidity, you're just dying.
Fog in humidity when it's like 90 in the morning is weird.
Yeah.
I had that in North Carolina when I went to the base there for my son's boot camp graduation. And it was like, holy cow. We had to get there at 5 o'clock in the morning because my wife had to get a seat. Didn't start till 8, but we had to get it so early.
Yeah.
Move on. I'm not holding a grudge. Anyway, keep going about real estate. I'm just saying, so California's unique is what I was saying before I got off on my tangent.
We still don't have a ton of homes that are on the market. Inventory is still really low.
Right. And we haven't built a lot of homes. We're still at that phase where they're still building in like Patterson and other places, and Modesto has a few hundreds, and Riverbank's going to have a few hundreds, but not thousands.
Yeah, that stuff will be sold before they even break
in
ground.
2005 and 2006, we were at 1.9 million homes being built nationwide, and thousands of them were done here.
Well, and think about it. So say somebody that say they're people moving up, right? They're looking for a replacement property.
The east side or what?
Whatever side.
That's sorry, you don't remember that sitcom. But anyway, move on.
But so say they're purchasing new construction, right? But they need to sell their house. So say you're buying someone's house in a situation like that, you might be waiting 6 months.
Right.
For the house to be completed. So something to think about.
Well, right now they're not building a lot because of the fact of the costs. Mm-hmm. Same reason we're not building our house on our 32 acres. When you have a 37% increase in costs,
yep, you got to
wait it out. That's $37,000 for every $100,000. Figure those numbers.
Yeah.
5 times that's almost $160,000 just because of extra cost of waiting. They don't have it, and the demand in that it's time to wait. So
yeah,
I told my wife we're waiting.
But yeah, so with that being said, and the kind of shift in the market, right, where it's slowed down a little bit, as far as like
return. How about this? Return to normal.
Return to normal, but it's not
stop the slowdown. No more saying slow down. It's not allowed.
Hey, it's not a bloodbath, man.
It's not allowed to say slow down. It's just a more return to a normal market.
I agree, man. But
it's how you
people
say
it. They have a short term memory span, right?
I know, but it's how you say it. The Inflation Reduction Act. It's going to reduce inflation.
Of course.
No, it's not. I have a new one. It's the Interest Rate Reduction Act. And what that is I get somebody else to pay to buy your rate down.
Yes. Well, that's happening in this market.
Right. But it's the same thing as Inflation Reduction Act. How are we getting that? We're going after people's IRS, going after them with 80,000 new agents to get them to pay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's words make it different and sound different. Right now, the market is a kinder, gentler market. When it comes to selling, sellers are going to work with you. That is the best thing we can have, right? If we go, not that we're going to get there, but in a buyer's market, the opposite way, that's where the buyers are taking advantage of the sellers, right? Yeah. Just like the sellers were taking huge advantage of the buyers in the last 3 years. Now it's more kinder, and where you can get some money for closing costs. You can get this, but the whole show was to talk about perfection of the home, right? You said aim for perfection. There's the word I was trying, not protection.
Yeah. So what we used to do back when it was a buyer's market was have some inspections done, right? And I still recommend that.
A buyer's market or a seller's market?
No, back when it was a buyer's market.
Oh, right. Buyer's market, man. You'd have a bow around it. You'd have they polish everything.
You want to make sure everything was squared away that we could say, hey, here's this perfect home. Right. Please don't beat me up on the price, right?
They ring the doorbell. Somebody opens the door. Come on into the open house. Here's your drink. Here's your food.
Yeah, we're not there, but there is a slight bit more inventory than there was the last couple of years, right?
Which is great.
Yeah. But so these buyers are going to be pickier. And so that was kind of the whole gist of the thing, right? Is like, if we have a repair we know needs to be done, first of all, I always think it's a great idea to go and do a pest inspection before you even list the house. That way, if there's any major issues, but if there are, let's go ahead and fix them. We know that we're going to get a fair price from the pest inspector that we hire. They're going to give us, contractor rates. And let's go and just take that objection right out of the gate, But also, if a room needs to be painted, if something's dated, sometimes you got to have someone come and give you like a third party opinion and not sugarcoat it, sometimes you list a house and people are nose blind, right? Like if they have pets, they don't realize
that cat boxes everywhere.
Yeah. They don't realize it smells like a pet. Right.
Yeah.
So that's always something you have to address,
Right.
because you get one chance. Those people come in to view that house. If there's something that's a big turnoff to them, they've written it off. They've marked it off their list, and adios.
It's like going on a blind date. You don't get
Yeah.
a second chance usually.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a good analogy. I wasn't ready for that one, but yeah.
But I'm just saying, that's what it is. Nobody knows anybody about each other. Open the doors, first impression. Oh man, it's like you're going on a date, and you know what? I didn't take a shower. I just got off working out. That's okay. I'll be good.
Yeah. Never tried it, but I would imagine that's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It doesn't work. So
Yeah.
and I'm just, so I get it. And back to your thing about pests, and we'll let you keep going in a second. I just want to reiterate about the VA has those changes with vets, where vets can pay for the pest report and for the repairs now.
Yeah.
But if we don't have to, if we do the short form, and they can deal with it later. So it just don't have to, there's ways now that vets can pay. I just want to bring it up every time we talk about pests, that vets can pay for pest repairs now.
Yes.
Go on. I'm sorry.
So obviously we're not seeing, I don't want to say that. I want to say it's not common right now at this moment in time that we're seeing multiple offers that are bidding up the price of a property, right? So we want to make sure that we put our best foot forward and are ready to present this property as best we can, so we get the house into contract sooner and we don't have to do a price reduction.
Right. The only places I see multiple offers is very unique properties in certain locations. I'm involved with one right now up in Tuolumne County because it's unique property in a unique situation. That's what.
Yeah.
So if your property is a cookie cutter track home like every other one in the neighborhood, that's when you really have to worry about what you look at. I'm just saying, I see that more. There is multiple offers on other stuff, but not regular homes right now.
Yeah.
Like there was.
Yeah, it's not like, no joke. Just this time last year, we were competing anywhere from 15 to 25 offers,
right,
on an average house in an average neighborhood, right, with bad neighbors.
Well, and not to say that we won't get back there with rates changing, or if the market changes, or if the political thing changes, whatever, things change the market. A lot things that change this market is the couple times extra spending of the COVID money, the second and third rounds. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't have inflation, and they keep spending for more things. You can't spend your way out of inflation. No. You have to stop spending to get out of inflation.
Exactly. And
that's the problem right now. It's an opportunity for people just to keep writing checks that their body can't cash. I'm sorry. But yeah. Sorry, I told you I'm with a bunch of useless movie knowledge.
But so say you have a house, say it's a second home that you're selling or something like that, and it's vacant, or you've already found your replacement property. One of the things that we've been able to get away with in the last couple of years is just listing a vacant house, right? A house that's completely empty. Yeah. Now it's probably better to just go and stage it right from the get-go. We'll spend, it's not cheap. It's probably, like anywhere from $3,500 to $4,500 to stage a house properly.
Dude, right? Goodwill has a ton of good furniture.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. We'll stage it with that. Yeah.
It's a lot of antiques, man, from the 70s.
Yeah. Make sure everything has a doily on it. Right. But if you spend a little money up front and market it properly, then you're not going to get beat up on price and be on the market too long and have to do price reduction. Right. So,
but you have to be understanding you're probably going to be on 2 to 3 weeks, depending on where the market is and what's changing. Because as we get closer here and kids go back to school, which they're doing now, right? Or some are and some aren't. That's usually see a slowdown for a couple of weeks during that period of time, just like we have in June when people go on vacation.
Yeah.
Right. Because their kids are out of school and now they're gone. They're back. Oh, it's July. Let's start looking at homes. And then August. And then, we got to put kids back in school. Right. And then what's next? Yeah. Well, we keep looking. So,
yeah. And like I said on the shows the last couple of weeks, one of the things I like about this market right now is, it's very critical we do open houses, which is something I always enjoyed. When COVID came around and open houses got shut down, I was really bummed because that's such a great way to kind of keep a pulse, check the pulse on the market, gauge people's interests, and meet new people. Right. I mean,
right. Meet your local community.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully meet the next person that we can work with. Right.
Correct.
So I'm seeing, more interest in the market, people that have been out for a while, they were tired of getting beat up. They're coming back in, so I'm still working on my buyer, saying, hey, I know you got burnout, but let's try it again.
Now is the time.
It is.
Let the burnout go, and then we'll refinance them in a while. I mean, it's so bad that even commercials are saying that now. Lock your rate now, and then we can refinance you sometime in the future. Yeah. I don't think you need to lock your rate while you're shopping. I can do that. I don't think you need to, because you're going to lock it at a higher rate to protect you. Right, because any protection is expensive, and then the market is fluctuating, but not 1% fluctuating or 0.5%. We're going between 3/8 back and forth to where we at, and the closer we get to less inflation and more stuff like that, we're going to start seeing the rates go the other way.
Good to know. So don't lock it till you get in contract.
Well, just look at the situation, see what the rate is, and because I did that for somebody, I locked it while they shopped, and then ended up moving to a different investor because it was so much lower by the time to get into contract.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so you can protect. It just costs. When we protect, it costs us money to protect.
Okay.
So, but that's what part of the business, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if you need to, give me a call. Let me know, reach out to me. I can tell you whether it makes sense or not, and we can do it. But most important thing you should be working on at all times is your credit, period. Yeah. Make sure your credit is in place before you write an offer. That's the biggest issue is a lot of people want to go conventional, buy some at 500 and some thousand, and they have a 680 FICO score, right? And conventional, you want to have over 700. Just to make it a better rate for you. Unless you're putting down, 50%, then it doesn't matter. But if you're not doing that, if you're doing a regular 5% down or 3% down, conventional, you want to have over 700, like 710, 720. So let's work on that. Whatever that rate, we can figure ways to get it higher.
And for sellers, one thing that I know it's really hard to do is you have to, when you're getting ready to sell, you have to emotionally separate yourself from this house, right? This is an investment that you bought years ago, and you're selling it, and it's a piece of property, right?
Well, it goes from your home to a house.
Yeah.
It's no longer your home. It's a house.
Yeah. When you're selling it, it's just a house, right?
When you're buying, it's the home.
Yeah.
Not until you get it bought, because you don't want to have the emotional connection and people know that. Right.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, like, if people beat you up on, say you have some feedback from open house and they say, this or that could have been improved. Just take it as advice, and the whole goal is to get the house sold.
Correct. And so just work with people.
Yeah.
Be kind.
Exactly. They're buying their future home.
Right.
And you're selling your house. Right.
Yes, that's right. So remember that it's not your home. It's your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's why some people can't rent their place out, because it was their house. I mean, their home when their kids grew up, this and that, and they don't want to see someone destroy it. So they don't rent it. So to me, it's just a house. The memories are in your head.
Yeah.
They go with you. It's this weird thing. Like when you go to the new home, you make new memories to add to the memories you already have. Anyway, yes, I'm still a nice guy. I just don't feed into that stuff.
There's a warm fuzzy somewhere in there.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
My one feeling. All right, everybody, make it a great day. I want to thank you for watching. Bobby, thanks for being here. And if you like what we do, just follow.
Thank you, Ed.
All right, Bobby, we'll see you on